Since the beginning of these days, 63 combat engagements have been recorded on the front line. This was reported by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. More than half of them took place in the Pokrovsk and Novopavlivka directions. And now, more details about the situation on the front line. Watch the report.
The Russian occupiers' heavy flamethrower system TOS-1 Solntsepyok was destroyed by drone operators from the Phoenix unit and the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine. Ukrainian drones detected the system in the Pokrovsk direction and struck it. Also, in the Lyman and Toretsk directions, drones were used to strike enemy personnel and destroy vehicles belonging to the Russian army. Meanwhile, drone operators from the 412th Nemesis Regiment in the Zaporizhzhia direction managed to hit another Russian multiple launch rocket system, the BM-21 Grad. Aerial reconnaissance units from one of the Defense Forces divisions spotted enemy equipment at the moment of the strike. Knowing the danger posed by drones and having fired at the targets, the Russian army tries to leave the strike zone immediately. However, this time the invaders failed to escape to cover successfully. After a half-hour chase after the Grad, the bomber destroyed the launcher with precise drops and eliminated at least one Russian occupier. And the fighters of the Unmanned Systems Battalion of the 41st Separate Mechanized Brigade thwarted another enemy assault thanks to nighttime drone mining. In the morning, when the occupiers' armored vehicles moved out for an assault, they ran into several mines. The surviving vehicles tried to break through, but the defense forces finished them off. And in the Toretsk direction, since the beginning of the day, the Ukrainian armed forces have repelled attempts by the occupiers to break through the defenses near Shcherbinivka, Pleshchevka, Rusinyi Yar, and Alexander Shultine. On the Pokrovsk section of the front, the Russian army tried to push back the defense forces in the areas of Vladimirovka, Nikanurovka, Kotlin, Mirolyubivka, Udakny, and in the direction of Mirnohrad. In the Novopavlivka direction, Ukrainian defenders repelled enemy attack attempts in the areas of Zelenivka, Sosnivka, Sichneve, Podubne, Novonikolaivka, and Verbov.
The primary and main focus of offensive actions in the Donbas region remains first and foremost centered around the strategically important Pokrovsk and Mirnohrad agglomeration, as well as in this particular direction, directly within the broader Dnipropetrovsk region. During the course of hostilities, they are trying to implement a tactic of multiple small incursions.
In the Lyman direction, pilots from the Signum Battalion successfully targeted Russian artillery. Thanks to the precise work of FPV drones, 4 Russian army guns were destroyed. Moreover, the enemy tried to hide 3 of them in bunkers and under camouflage nets. But Ukrainian drones tracked them down and struck. The 4th gun was spotted right while it was in operation. A direct drone hit right into the barrel deprived the Russian occupiers of yet another gun. And the pilots of the Unmanned Systems Battalion in Artovi destroyed several different Russian army targets in one of the directions. Among them were 4 vehicles, a drone, and Ukrainian defenders also eliminated 2 Russian assault troops and destroyed an artillery position along with its gun. FPV drone operators from the Pentagon Battalion of the 225th Separate Assault Regiment demonstrated how they strike enemy positions north of the area liberated by the armed forces of Ukraine near Andriivka in the Siversk, Slobozansk, and Kursk directions. Every day, the Russian command of the 810th Marine Brigade sends new assault groups here who try to reach the bridgehead by boat but are successfully destroyed by the defense forces. In just 3 days, nearly 50 Russians have been killed in this section of the front. And overall, across the entire front line, 950 Russian soldiers have been eliminated by the Ukrainian defense forces in recent days. Thus, the total losses of the Russian army have exceeded 1,114,000 people, according to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. In addition, 1 Russian tank, 1 armored combat vehicle, 15 artillery systems, 1 multiple rocket launcher, as well as 73 units of enemy vehicles and special equipment have been destroyed.
The situation at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant is serious. After the plant was disconnected from external sources, the issue of nuclear safety at the facility is under threat. This was stated by the Director General of the IAEA, Rafael Grossi. He also emphasized that he is constantly discussing with Ukraine and Russia detailed proposals for restoring external power supply to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant.
From the perspective of nuclear safety, the situation remains very serious. I urge both sides to take the necessary measures to ensure its further reduction. This is a matter of political will, not technical capabilities, which do exist. Both sides claim they are ready to carry out the necessary repair work on their respective sections of the front line. But for this, it is necessary to ensure safety on the ground so that technical specialists can effectively and safely carry out their incredibly important and vital work, performing their duties without ever having to risk their precious lives. Rafael, I'm here with you.
This information was officially released by Rafael Mariano Grossi, who serves as the current Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, commonly known as the IAEA. The details can be readily accessed and verified by visiting the agency's official website, which provides comprehensive and up-to-date information regarding its activities and statements. The horrors brought here by the Russian army in a report by Daria Litovchenko.
Zelenivka is a small suburb of Kherson. Explosions are heard here every day. There are dozens of damaged houses on the streets. Tetiana shows the yards and houses destroyed by Russian rockets and shells. That house was hit at 4 in the afternoon.
That house was hit at 4 in the afternoon and here at 5 in the morning in January, and that one on November 11th. People had such beauty here and everything was destroyed. They had just put the fence back up, straightened it all out. And then in January it was hit again. Now the house is uninhabitable. The rocket is still sticking out to this day. Drones are flying, buzzing overhead.
What exploded here?
It exploded right here. And for 3 houses down, everything was blown away. In November, it exploded here. Everything was blown away for us. And in January, it exploded here again. And everything was blown away for us again. Especially this house.
Together with Statina, we go to visit her neighbor. Lyubov Petrovna lives with her husband. They have 3 cats, 2 dogs and chickens on their property. She says just half an hour ago she was running from the garden to hide in the house from the shelling.
See the ceiling? It completely collapsed. Over there too, and the pantry, everything. A rocket hit right here, the neighbor's house burned down. We got hit too. We managed to repair the roof a bit, paid for it out of our pension, and a month later another one hit here and destroyed everything. All the roofing sheets flew off. Everything is just propped up on stumps, you see? And here too we put it up, but it got torn out. Just imagine the force. There's some nice roofing sheets lying around too. All covered in patches, all battered. At least it doesn't leak. Come on in. Let's wash our hands and make some coffee.
The first thing that catches your eye when you enter the house is the Ukrainian flag on the wall.
9 months and 11 days of occupation. Did you keep it during the occupation? Yes, I brought it from Antonivka.
This flag flew over Tetiana and Serhi's family home from the very first days of the settlement's liberation, since November 2022. Just a week later, the family had to move to Zelenivka. Shelling destroyed their previous home. They have been living here for almost 3 years now.
We live 15 kilometers from home. My heart aches so much. It's terrible. I just want to see the ruins. This is all I managed to take out. Whatever fit in the car, that's what I took. One of my cousins died in Shumensky. He was walking with his wife when a mine hit. It killed him. My other cousin, a shell hit his house. So many of our friends have been killed already. In Antonivka, they're already burying people in their gardens. Those who haven't lived through this can't understand. Disaster has come.
Tetiana and Serhi have survived Russian shelling dozens of times, but they have no plans to move to a safer region. They want to be closer to home. They live with the hope of returning to their native Antonivka, and for now, they just hope the roof over their heads will withstand the next shelling.
This house saved us. This house saved us. It shielded us. There was an explosion. These doors blew out, were knocked off. This window was blown out. I fixed it back in place with foam. Interestingly, the glass stayed intact.
Despite the ruins all around, people here live in harmony and are always ready to help each other. And to make it easier to endure the horrors of war, local women draw strength from creativity. A charitable foundation operates in Zelenivka. Here, psychologists conduct art therapy sessions. Today, they're learning to paint 3-dimensional pictures.
Yesterday something flew over, I heard it. They were shooting down a shahed. I heard that too. Every day is different. Sometimes it's sad and sometimes it's quiet. Even when it's calm, it's not like before. You go outside and you don't feel at ease anymore. Even breathing calmly feels different. It gets dark earlier now. You go outside and it's already night. You used to see stars, but now you spend all your time in the basement.
Creative activities help shift your thoughts and let you forget your fears for a few hours. Here, people get to know each other, communicate, and find emotional support. It's a huge pleasure.
An enormous one. I never did this before, only as a child at school, in art class. But I came here and for the first time at 70 years old, picked up a paintbrush. We come up with ideas thanks to our teacher. He helps us a lot. It's exactly these classes that we hold, the fact that people are doing something new and unfamiliar that helps them overcome the stress and difficulties they face, to stop thinking about running somewhere, and to immerse themselves in this very moment, here and now. Any day, whether it's Wednesday or Friday, we run here with pleasure and try not to miss it.
In Zelenivka, life goes on no matter what. Here, people find the strength to dream and support each other, and creative gatherings help them distract themselves from the realities of war. Every drawing holds hope for victory.
We shouldn't just despair, but also find joy in life.
Daria Litovchenko for Freedom TV channel.